So let me ask you. I'm curious. You're talking about this sticker night. How do you guys come up with this idea? Like, what does that brainstorming session look like? Does somebody just sort of scribble down ideas and have something a starting point, or is it like a group effort?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Yeah, so I mean, James and I kind of sit apart from each other. So he's on like, if you're at my desk, he's on the other side. So we kind of look at each other all day. And he's only in 2 days a week, about half time. So he's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday mornings. And so I use like Monday and Wednesday to like get my shit together, to like sit down and kind of be like, okay, like here's this idea I have, like let's go do it. And he was an incredible artist and super smart guy, and he's done comic books and things like that. I think I mentioned this to you. He got invited by the Adventure Time guys to go have a month-long sabbatical with them, and kind of a bunch of other comic book artists to kind of just talk ideas and stuff. And so he and I kind of sit down and yeah, I mean, almost like what an art director would do. So I kind of say, hey, this is the feel I want, right? So here's what Corona's good at. Corona, in a few lines of code, is be good at rotating, like doing something like Paper Mario, right? And so we kind of go in and say, okay, I think this is what we can do around that. And then we go, well, what do we want to do? It's like, well, we don't want to be too close to Mario, but like castles and things like that are, kind of bricks and things like that we can put together in a lot of infinite patterns, and give people a lot of flexibility to play around with. And then I don't know if see if it's in here.
Yeah. So you guys have like a design doc that you start, or is it literally just a conversation that you just sort of brained up ideas?
Conversation and a shared file. If we can open this. Okay. No, this isn't even any good. So we have this big, and I just don't have it here, this big Illustrator file that's got all of the assets for whatever we're working on, whether it's Skip Chaser or whatever. And in there are things that he's done, sketches that he's put in. There are sketches that I've done of things that I kind of want to see. There's placeholder graphics that I'll drop in. And then we use Slack to kind of refine those back and forth. Like, what do you think about this? Well, I kind of like this, but I'm thinking more about this. And then in Tiled, like I write dialogue in it, right? So Skip Chaser, like all of the in Time Golf Squad, all the text that everybody says is written in a Word document, but I'll go and paste it into Tiled. And he'll be like, oh, I don't know, but what do you think about this instead? I'll be like, oh, that's cool. We'll just change it up there. And then like the Word document will kind of go away. And then all of a sudden editing and working inside of these files is kind of what we'll do to go back and forth. But yeah, so the idea of Sticker Night was kind of, him sitting down and saying, well, you want to do these castles? And he's like, okay, well, we should do some sort of, damsel in distress and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I don't want to do all that stuff. I just want a knight, kind of the knight in shining armor that goes off and does it. And so then he does a couple sketches, then we go back and forth. And, all the knights that we kind of turned down, both together and said, oh, these don't look right, they're going to end up being the enemies that the ones that we don't like as much. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so here's an example of one of those.
So really nothing goes to waste. It's just a matter of.
Well, I mean, tons of stuff go to waste, but
but just by the sheer nature of eliminating something, you're like, you're adding to the game, even though you're deciding not to use something.
Yeah, so we took this was our knight initially, and I was just like, I don't know about the shield, like what was he going to do with it? He had a sword at one point. In fact, we'll probably still have that in the assets if people want to use it. So we're like, oh, let's give him a skeleton face, and he can be the enemy. And I think this is these are, and we'll do this just as a Corona sprite sheet. right? So just like 3 frames. All right, it's 4 frames of walking. 1 frame is just the shaded on the other side, and then 1 frame of very Mario style jumping. And that'll be it. And it's, it's simple. It's easy to wrap your mind around. And, this stuff will, just kind of easily drop in.